Oh, Jesus is so marvelous. He answers my prayers. Does he answer your prayers? And you recount back and you say, Brother Jamie, I remember when I asked Jesus such and such a thing. An old preacher, Jesus Christ has been faithful and he's kept his word. I'm going to give you an illustration, please. It happened several years ago in my ministry. And I tell you, it was it turned out wonderful. It didn't start off so good. Back yonder a few years ago when we were still in Fayetteville, Arkansas, we had some of the most lovely people, and next to her most, I think, in the whole world, in the Ridgeview Baptist Church. Remember that, Billy? And one day I was sitting in the study. We had a wonderful Lord's Day. And I was sitting back in the study in the Ridgeview Baptist Church. One of our recent converts, a fine daddy, he came back there into the study where I was at. He was weeping. He came over to me, and Brother Warren, he come over to me and he put his hand in my hand. He said, "Oh, preacher, I got to talk to you." And I said, "Sit down." He said, "Preacher, you know my daughter?" I said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "Preacher, we've not been in the habit of going to church. We've never heard much about Jesus. We've never taken Jesus as our Savior. And preacher, our home's different now." But he said, "My daughter's all mixed up in drugs." And Daddy began to weep. And he wept and wept. And he said, "Preacher, will you pray with me?" I said, "You bet." We got down on our knees there in the study in the Ridgeview Baptist Church that day. I never will forget it. He said, "God, I'm a brand new child of the King. I've not been saved very long. But God, I believe you." And yet, by the way, before we prayed, he asked me, he said, "Preacher, will God do what he says he'll do in the Bible?" I said, "He sure will." That man said, "Preacher, or God," he said, "this preacher has assured me that you mean what you say in the Bible. And God, tonight, I don't know how to ask you, but take my darling daughter. Oh God, change her life, God." That was back in the 60s. I don't know, we didn't go back there for revival for a long time, did we? But when we finally got back to Ridgeview for a revival, one of the first persons that came to me was that man. And he took me aside. "Hey, you already know what's happened, didn't you?" He took me aside. I pastored him a long time after that. That girl was in heavy drugs. "Hey, mother, you think that you've got a hopeless situation with your son, with your daughter? Daddy, you think you've got a hopeless situation? Oh, no, you don't, if you commit them to God in prayer."